But we start with this. Russia could soon be helping to arm the Cuban military. It's planning to sell ammunition-making technology to Havana.
But commentators say the move is really a response to US missile defence plans in Europe. Primetime's Lindsay France is armed with all the information and joins us live now. Lindsay, what are the details then of this new deal?
Well, actually, the deal concerns the construction of a plant in Cuba on a military base. The plant would allow for the construction of ammunition for AK-47s and other Russian assault rifles there in Cuba. Now, there is no monetary value yet on this contract, and it has yet to be signed, but it has been something that has been discussed between Russia and Cuba for some time. But it looks like now it is just coming to fruition and being announced to the media.
Of course, opinions are being voiced that all of this comes amid rising tensions over US plans to deploy an anti-missile system in Europe. Lindsay, what does the Russian government say about all of this?
Well, the fact that the Russian government has wanted and has not received from the United States a written promise that the missile defense shield will not ever be used against Russia strikes many as it's quite a coincidence that this would come about at exactly that time when the U.S. is offering only verbal promises that Russia is under no threat from this missile defense system. Now, on top of this reaction, which many analysts say is like I say, no coincidence at all, President Medvedev also officially activated a radar warning system in Kaliningrad. And along with that, he said that this is in response to a feeling of a threat felt on the part of the Russian government by this missile defense system being deployed across Europe, and that if further steps need to be taken in a defensive manner, they will be, although at the same point saying that the discussion is not over, that the door for this conversation is still wide open. So this in no way is seen necessarily as the two countries hitting a stalemate and not moving forward on this topic, but it is seen by the Russian government as something that is needed to be done so that the United States sees how serious it actually is in wanting a promise in writing that this system will not be used against Russia.
It's interesting. What have American officials had to say about this deal?
Well, a State Department spokesman, in response to President Medvedev activating the radar system, has said that the conversation is still very open, that if this is a choice Russia wants to make, it must do that on its own, but that it is seen in a defensive light. But the spokesperson did say that this discussion is still open. Sort of a vague comment by the State Department. Now, with regard to the situation with the military agreement between Russia and Cuba, there is no official comment being made at this time. As this situation does move forward, I'm sure we will hear some reactions from the State Department, but as of right now, nothing has officially been issued.